what's up, everybody? It is week 11 recap. We're here on East West Football, baby. So make sure y'all get in the comments. Again, make sure y'all share, like, subscribe. This is East West Football. Make sure that you guys share it with everybody. And here we go, man. Um, if you guys have comments, make sure y'all put comments in the comment section. Tell me what y'all think about this week 11. Here we go. Let me just fix something real quick and we'll get started. Let's see. Is Kindle on? Kindle, you on?
Hey, what's up, man?
All right, we're live, man. So we're just gonna kick off week 11 recap, Kindle. I'm gonna go over some of the games. Tell me what you think overall. So we'll start off with, I think we already talked about the Thursday night game, if I'm not mistaken. Really not much to go over that. Just simple fact that I think the Browns, after the Joe Burrow injury, do you think they're still in contention, or you think they got a shot?
Yeah, I think they do. I think with the injuries to Joe Burrow,
Yeah,
they got the weapons around them.
yeah,
They'll be able to make things work with that. And they got a little bit extra time off with them coming off this mini body they're on now. So I think they'll be. I'm not gonna say they'll be fine, but I don't think they're just gonna fall off a cliff.
okay. So yeah, I don't know. I thought Browning played pretty good when he did come in. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. I think it was just kind of in the middle. So we'll see from there. But I think they'll be okay. I don't know about making the playoffs. That AFC North is pretty tough, man. It's going to be really hard to make those playoffs, especially without Joe Burrow. But all right, going on, man. We got Steelers at the Browns. The Browns took care of business, 13-10 against the Steelers. Man, it was a pretty good game.
I think that the Browns defense is something, man. It's a pretty good daggone defense. Steelers just fired their offensive coordinator today.
Yeah, they
Matt
did.
Matt Canada's gone. So I think that Steelers the defense is fine. They got pieces on offense. But I think over in the end, DTR, quarterback for the Browns, a good quarterback, made
Yep.
some clutch throws down the field late, hit Mari Cooper, got Mari Cooper going. The running game got going. If they can stay healthy man on the offensive line and on the defense, that the Browns will be they're gonna be in the thick of things, but they got the perfect team to make a little run. It'll
Yeah.
be a nice Cinderella story for them.
Yeah, Dorian Thompson Robinson was 24 for 43, 165, and one interception. I think the more he gets to play with that team, the more he's going to probably feel a lot more comfortable playing with
Yeah.
that Browns offense. But we'll see, man. That's why we play the game. But the AFC North is really tough. Next, we got the Dolphins 20, Raiders 13. The Raiders fall to the Dolphins. I thought it was a pretty good game. I thought O'Donnell played pretty well.
Yeah.
Um, but man, the Dolphins come away with that one, man. And it's a lot closer than I think people probably thought the game was going to be. Kendall.
Yeah, I remember on the Sunday kickoff, so I thought it was gonna be a blowout or something like that, but it
Yeah,
didn't. But Pierce got those guys playing with some good. They just playing with some good injury, man. It's a totally different team than what they were with Josh McDaniels.
yep,
Came up short. I think O'Connell, the quarterback, had what like 3 or 4 interceptions.
yeah. So he went 24 for 41, 271, one touchdown, and three interceptions. Kendall.
Yeah,
And
that's
and the thing is, he had three interceptions, and they still lost by a touchdown.
yeah. So the defense played pretty good though against that the Miami Dolphins team, but they were coming off a bye, probably a little
Yeah,
rusty.
yeah. And then Tua went 28 for 39, 325, two touchdowns and an interception. But they played pretty good, man. I would see the Raiders maybe upsetting some people down the road, man. I think they're playing really good football.
Yeah, and if they're not sure if they got their quarterback of the future, they might mess around and win too many games to get one of those top quarterbacks.
So I got a question, Kendall. The Dolphins are so it's the Chiefs, it's the Ravens, then the Dolphins. Are you scared of the Dolphins?
Going into Miami, I would be, but for them going on the road, going up against a top 10, I wouldn't be. So if they can get home field advantage in the AFC, they're gonna be a tough team to beat.
Okay. All right. Next game, we got Bears and Lions. Bears were up in this game, man, up until the very end. I think with 2 and some change left, I think the Lions scored for a touchdown that put them 1 score away. But man, a lot of people thought they were going to lose this game.
Yeah, I mean, Bears had control of this game for the most part. Jared Goff threw 3 interceptions. He rarely does that. Played bad.
Yeah.
First half of the game kind of came on late, in between the third and the fourth. Justin Fields, I think he might play his way into the Bears keeping him. And then the worst case scenario, they can get a first round pick for him if he keeps playing lights out. So I think that they're playing some good. Justin Fields plays good with this final week. This week here came back, hooked up with DJ Moore deep in the end zone and whatnot. But I think, like, man, with Detroit, years past, Detroit, these are the games Detroit would lose.
Yep.
They would lose these games these years past. So I think now they're playing a whole lot better, man. This is a new Detroit team. Dan Campbell got those guys balling.
Goff was not playing good in that game in the beginning.
He wasn't.
He was 23 for 35, 236, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, and they still won.
Yeah. Campbell got those guys balling.
Yeah. Hey, good teams win, right, Kendall?
Good teams find ways to win. Bad teams find ways to lose them.
Yep. Next, we got a comment. NFC says he throws up the Cowboy stars, baby. And then we got Mr. Bleed Green says any 500 team Dallas will lose. I don't know what he's trying to say, but okay, sure. All right, we got Titans at Jaguars, Kendall. Titans 14, Jaguars 34, man.
That's the Jaguars we've been waiting to see.
Yeah.
They look good.
I was shocked at the game that it came out like that. Will Levis was 13 for 17, 158, and 2 touchdowns. You would think, this is just me throwing this out there, but you would think that he'd have more opportunities, maybe throw the ball in a game like that.
Yeah. Levis, I know D-Hop scored on like a 40-yard touchdown, I think I've seen. I think it was like a flea figure, I believe. But the Titans, I think they're going to go with Levis. I think Levis is going to be their guy for the rest of the year and going into next year. But this is Jacksonville team that we've all been waiting to see. Trevor Lawrence has been struggling. Hooked up with Kevin Ridley a couple of times. Blew Tennessee out.
That was I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer game on that one, but that NFC South, man, is we'll see what the Jags.
You see those divisional games get blown out like that.
Yep. We got Chargers at Green Bay. The Green Bay Packers pulled it off, man. Yeah,
I think I picked Chargers to win that one.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I like with the Chargers. Quentin Johnson, I wanted him annoying with the drop. Jordan Love played pretty good for the most part. Their defense played good, but Brendan Staley and the Chargers will continue with their late game foes are just struggles, man. They can never finish out things, man. So I think that good win by Green Bay to stay in the thick of things, especially playoff wise and things like that. Chargers, man, was a good opportunity to go into Green Bay, get a win, but they couldn't do it.
All right, Dwight Thrasher's with us. What's up, Dwight? He says, "What up, guys?" Nothing, man. Just going through the NFL season or the week 11 so far, recapping. We got some people on TikTok. Craig Lofton says, as a Cowboys fan, you're interested in the linebacker from the Colts? Because I am. I think everybody's talking about that linebacker. I think it comes down to, do they want to eat the rest of that $6 million that he has left on the cap? I think he'll probably go through waivers, and then somebody will pick him up. Craig Lofton says Chargers have no defense. Can you agree with that, Kendall?
I do. And
okay.
It sucks because they got talent.
Yeah, they do. They have a lot of talent in that defense. Then we have, give me a thumbs up if you remember me from last week at Panthers. Oh, I remember you. Trust me. Craig Lofton says, and I believe Bosa is out. Yeah, Bosa is out, isn't he? That's another big story.
Joey Bosa.
Yeah. I think he's out for the season.
No, I think they put him on IR.
Oh, they put him on IR. Okay. Yes. All right. So, yeah, man, I thought the Chargers were going to win. The Green Bay Packers pull one out on the Chargers. I honestly think, man, that's going to hurt the Chargers, man, down the road. They should have won that game. All right, next game, which I thought was going to be a blowout, but it was Cardinals at Texans, 21-16. I think, Kendall, this was your upset of the week, I believe.
Yeah, it was looking good for about a half. was looking good for a half, but I mean the Cardinals turned back into the Cardinals we've seen this year, and the Texans
Yep.
turned into the Texans we've been seeing this year, man. Simple
Yep.
good.
No, man. So looking at this game, I honestly thought the Texans were going to win by a little bit more just because they've been playing really good ball. But Kyle Murray went for 20 for 30, 214, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He's not playing bad. He's just coming back. He's playing pretty good. But CJ Stroud, man. So in this game, it was so close. They still won the game, but he had 3 interceptions in this game.
Yeah,
He went
he struggled,
27
but
for 27 for 37, 336, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, Kendall.
but he did bounce back though. So
He
that's
did,
good for him.
man.
You're gonna take
Yep.
you got to take some of those bumps and bruises with a young quarterback.
Yeah, but he played really good. All right, next game we got Cowboys at Panthers. Obviously, my Cowboys, baby, they pulled it off 33-10. What'd you think about this game, Kendall?
Yeah, the game was a little close at the beginning, but as the Cowboys been doing this year against bad teams, they get those pick sixes, strip sacks, and they run them in for a touchdown. And next thing you know, a 10-17 game is 31-10 or something like that. It's a blowout. It's like a disaster. So Dallas did what they're supposed to do. They beat that bad team. They did what they're supposed to do. It would be something to talk about if the game was closer,
Yeah.
So good win for Dallas to keep the momentum going, second straight win. And now they head into Thanksgiving to play the Commanders. But on the Panther side of things, they got to get Bryce Young some help on the offensive line
Yeah,
and
they
the wide
do.
receiver position. You can't be depending on Adam Thielen, who's 33, 34 years old,
Yeah.
as your best player. So they got to give him some help, and I think they will. Bryce Young, I'm not ready to give up on him yet.
So we got Dwight Thrash says CJ is still the best rookie this year.
Yes, he just right.
You think he's the best?
Between him and Tank Dell,
Tank Dell's playing pretty good ball. That's what I was
they're on
asking.
the same team.
All right, next one. I think the one that nobody thought was going to happen, right? I with everything that I got, I could have swore the Commanders were going to win this game against the Giants, and lo and behold, the Giants, that's the New York Football Giants, they beat the Commanders, Kendall, 31-19. I was shocked.
As a Patriots fan, I'm happy, but for a little more reason. But you gotta go to Kansas Pat Stock on YouTube to find out why I'm happy. But yeah, man, that was Tommy DeVito.
Hey,
And
so Kendall, I don't mean to interrupt you, but 18 for 26, 246, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, Kendall.
That's good. That's good. And we see this. That's what I was about to say. These new guys, when they come in off the bench, they kind of give a team a spark. And then from a defensive perspective, you don't know how to prepare. You don't know what this guy. You don't know. You have no film on him, so you kind of get the defense off guard. Tommy DeVito or Dan DeVito, whatever. He played good.
They call him Danny DeVito. It's funny.
Is it Tommy DeVito?
Yeah, it's Tommy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A lot of people call him Danny, though. It's kind of a joke.
I think I heard Skip Bayless earlier on the speech say Danny DeVito or something. But I think that he played pretty good, and the Commanders, they're another dumpster fire, man. That team's a mess, man.
So Sam Howell had 3. What is it with 3 interceptions? Everybody with this week 11, Kendall.
Yeah, the thing about Howell, he's a gunslinger. He throws some picks, but I think Washington offense is fine. So I mean, just thinking a little long term here, the Washington, I think this offseason, if they continue to build offense lineup and get some players on defense, pass rushers, Washington will be back good again. Probably we'll be back in the thick of things next year because they can score. They can move the ball.
Yeah, they can. Stephen White says, "Hi, y'all."
What's going on, Stephen?
But you're right, Kendall. Looking at this, you got to think they have Brian Robinson, the running back. He's a pretty good running back. They got Logan Thompson, Scary Terry. They got Jahan Dotson. I mean, they got some good players, Kendall.
Got Samuel. They got some guys.
Yeah.
They got to continue to build the offensive line, get the offensive line right. And I think they need to build their team up in the trenches. Offensive line, defensive line, because they traded away 2 stars and get some secondary pieces. And I think they'll be fine.
Next game, we got the battle in the NFC West. We had the Seahawks at the Los Angeles Rams. I honestly thought the Seahawks were going to take this game. I thought they were the better team. But like we said, man, there's a reason why they play these games, Kendall. But the Seahawks lost to the Los Angeles Rams, which was kind of shocking to me. And the crazy part about it was Matthew Stafford threw 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 190 yards. That's it.
Rams complete the season sweep of the Seahawks. That's crazy.
Yeah,
They beat them week one, and they beat them again. Rams have really had Seattle's number. Well, Mac McVay has had Pete Carroll's number since he's been there
yep,
in with the Rams. Good win by the Rams. Keep their slim and dimmer playoff hopes alive or whatnot. But
yeah.
I think it was a good win by the Rams. I think Cooper Kupp got hurt, I think.
I think he did. Yep,
Yeah, he got banged up a little bit. Geno Smith, Seattle's a weird team, and I was giving them
they
their flowers a
are.
few weeks ago. But they seem like they didn't kind of you don't know what to expect from them, and I think they play down to the competition sometimes. And
Well,
then
I think a lot of it has to do also because I found this out. We got soccer gamer 445 says we them boys, let's go. I appreciate it. But going back to the Seahawks, I talked to a content creator and I told you guys this before. They have a lot of offensive line problems. They have a
yeah,
lot of people hurt on the offensive line.
yeah,
But going back, let me get some of these comments. So Stephen White throws a Ken with a fire emoji, Kindle.
yes, sir. Appreciate the can.
And then NFC says, we beat the Panthers, but we still look sloppy doing it. It kind of did look like that a little bit. So we got Stephen White says, I had Seattle. I think a lot of people had Seattle against the Rams, man. Honestly. A
I
lot of
should
us
have picked
thought
them.
a lot of us thought Seattle was going to win. Now going down the line again, Kindle, we have the Buccaneers at the 49ers.
Oh, Brock Purdy, man.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm starting to love him, man. Brock Purdy played good. George Kittle. What a difference it makes when he has everybody healthy, man.
Yeah, so Brock Purdy had a perfect rating, man. 21 for 25, 333, and 3 touchdowns, man, to win against the Bucks. I was watching the game, and it almost seems like Mike Evans was so frustrated because Baker Mayfield keeps throwing him, like overthrowing him, when all he has to do if he's one-on-one, just throw the ball up for him.
Yep.
I mean, that's what you got to do if he's one-on-one. I think he's getting frustrated, but do you see him, Kindle, staying with the Bucks?
Well, it's a 1 year deal. I can definitely. I mean, my thing is about Tampa. They're going to just kind of like the Raiders or a couple of these other teams. They're going to win just enough games not be able to get one of the top guys. So it's like
Yeah.
long term, they don't have their guy because Baker Mayfield's not the guy long term. So maybe they can get into the second tier batch, like the Michael
Yeah.
Penix, JJ McCarthy, Bo Nick, those guys like that. But Tampa, they're in a weak division, so they might win their division
Yeah,
by
because the
default.
Saints are what, 5-5, I think.
5-6, 5-5, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're struggling. They're coming off a bye. They got Atlanta this week. Atlanta's 4-6, I think.
Yep.
Carolina's a mess. I just
Yep.
think they might end up winning the division by default because the divisions are so bad. Kind similar to like what last year when Tom Brady
Yep.
went in Tampa. So because it's the final week. So yeah, Tampa might benefit from it again.
So we got soccer game 445 again says, I hope Cooper Kupp recovers very soon. Yep. So do we, man. All right. Next game. Your Kindle knows a lot about these teams. The AFC East, the Jets at the Buffalo Bills. I picked the Bills to win, but not like this, Kindle. Not like this. 32-6, Kindle.
Yeah, Joe Brady, the new offensive coordinator for Buffalo, man, come out, spark the team, new face, new blood there. They got rid of Ken Dorsey. That offense did look a lot different. Look at the whole. I think Josh Allen had 3 touchdowns. Stephon didn't have a big game, but I mean, Sauce Gardner got scored on. Threw a nice touchdown by Khalil Shakir to from Josh Allen. Jets benching Zach Wilson again or whatnot. Finally he's probably done for the year. And probably his career as a Jet is probably over with. And then I think they announced Cam Moore's gonna start Friday night against the Dolphins. So Jets completely got dominated this game. And the Bills got their face back from week 1 Monday Night Football when Jets kind of beat them, upset them. But good win by the Bills to get things back on track, and they got Philadelphia Sunday.
So these teams pretty good, Kendall. Edward Aid says it's against the Jets, dude. Like, yeah, they won big, of course, but the Jets don't lose like this a lot.
They don't because their defense so good, but it didn't.
Yeah,
really show
they
this
don't.
week.
Especially division games, they don't get slaughtered like this. But it is what it is, man. Soccer game 4-5 says I think Buccaneers could win the division. Ooh, and then NFC Z says whole South is trash.
It is.
Stephen White says he had the Bills 30-20. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of people didn't see this. If you know football, it's not it's kind of uncharacteristic for the Jets to lose like this, just because of their defense has been playing very well. All right, let's go back. Now we got the Vikings at the Broncos, man. 20-21. That was a really close game.
A really close game, really good game. Freaking the Broncos got off to a good start. Well, Minnesota got off to a good start. Broncos were kicking field goals for like 3/4 of the daggone game. Russell Wilson got him enough yards or whatnot to get him in scoring territory. Jerry Jeudy would have dropped. Josh Dobbs, not gonna say it came back to earth, but he wasn't as sharp as we had seen him. Couple turnovers, the crazy fumble on the first drive, and then the interception late. That Denver Broncos defense is nothing to play with. They were getting after Josh Dobbs. They did get the running game going, but in the end they couldn't. Russell Wilson came, but looking like Russell Wilson, man. Last night he was looking good, man. He let Russ cook.
He's actually playing a lot better. This Broncos team is playing. Soccer Game 45 says Broncos is in a different level. They're playing a lot better.
Yeah, they
really are.
Four straight for them, and we can't say like they're beating up bad team. They beat.
I want to say I think it's 3, isn't it? I think they beat the Chiefs. They beat the Bills.
Yeah, I think it's 3. Yeah, Chiefs, Buffalo. Yeah.
Crazy Batman fan says, "How about them Chiefs? Laugh out loud. He says, "Fly Eagles, fly." They won, man. They won. Now we'll get into that one then. Eagles at Chiefs. I think these teams were really good matched up together. I think they were kind of even in my opinion. And obviously, if you see the score was really close. The only reason I picked the Chiefs was because they were playing at home. If the Eagles were playing at home, I'd pick the Eagles. But hey, man, good teams find a win, and the Chiefs, man, it almost seems like they're not what they were last year. There might be a little games. I mean, and the Eagles too. I don't care what anybody says, man. They're not playing. Their offense is not playing very well. All this and that, but they keep winning games, man. That's what matters in the NFL. The Eagles win 21-17. What do you think about this one, Kendall?
I think that the Eagles, like, that's the make of a good team. And I've been saying this since they've been struggling all season. The make of a good team is when you can win games when you're not playing at your best. You still find ways to lose. We always say bad teams find ways to lose. Well, good teams find ways to win. And they hang around. And when they went down 10 points, I was like, okay, it's over. They're in Kansas City. It's raining. Mahomes about to get going. You know what I mean? I thought it was over. It just wasn't their night. Then they was missing. Nobody's talking about this, but the Eagles were missing a pretty good darn tight end and Dallas Goedert.
Yep.
A really good.
That is true.
Top 5 tight end. And they came back. Part of the reason because the drops from Kansas City. I understand all that, but those guys, they get paid to catch the ball or whatnot. And I think Philly made some nice plays. Kevin Byard with the pick in the end zone. Travis Kelce with the fumble. So I think I like what I'm seeing for this Eagle team. Just imagine when they beat Dallas a couple weeks ago, they wasn't clicking on all cylinders or whatnot.
Nope.
Especially on the defense side of the ball, they got some injuries back there. When they get everybody back fully healthy and they get that team back right, and it might take a few more weeks because they just come out there by. Just imagine how good that team is going to be if right now they're still finding ways to win games. When they get these people back and get the camaraderie back going and get more consistent, I mean, they're probably in line to get the number 1 seed. It's not over yet. They got San Fran in a couple weeks, and Philly got a tough schedule.
Yep.
But I think Philadelphia it's not even close. It's the best team right now, record-wise and play-wise in the league. And from the Chiefs standpoint, I wish they would have went out and traded for D-Hop or signed D-Hop this offseason, went and got him a wide receiver or whatnot. I don't think Rashee Rice is enough. He's more like a 2 right now. Valdez-Scantling had drop problems in Green Bay. So it shouldn't be no shocker he dropped that last night. Where's Sky Moore at? They drafted him, a couple years ago?
He didn't. I don't think he played very much.
I seen him a couple of times last night. I thought he was going to be the next slot guy for them. McCole Hardman got hurt. They don't have nothing. Kelsey's 34, 35 years. You're counting on a 34-year-old tight end to be your number 1 guy. And I think this team is too Mahomes centric. They got away with it last year because they were riding that high of getting off of Tyreek Hill and some of those guys. Now teams have more time to prepare for it, and if Mahomes ain't perfect, they do not win.
Yep. So we got El Jefe says, I don't see the Cowboys winning the division. Eagles are too strong. Soccer 445 says the Thanksgiving game is going to be crazy. Crazy Batman fan says we were doing 4 wide receivers at one point. We lost our other tight end. They lost their other tight end. He said, Soccer Mom says El Jefe, they are in the second. We're in second. They could win the division. Edward 8 says, I'm sorry, I'm not sold on the Eagles. I am. I guess he's saying Edward's not sold on the Eagles. So we'll see, man. Stephen White says he had the Chiefs 27-23. Stephen White also says Chiefs number 95 is amazing.
Chris Jones, yes sir.
Chris Jones is amazing.
Deserves every dime he
NFCZ
about to
says Chiefs were better team and still lost. Same as Cowboys versus Filthy Pigeons. Hey, man, I don't care what anybody says. Look, football's football. If you win, there's a reason why you're winning. Fernando says, but do you want to keep playing like this into playoffs? How Eagles win in this late games?
No, you don't.
Look,
but,
I got it, man. But you got it. Look, it's hard to win in the NFL, man.
It is.
Yeah, Chiefs dropped game winners multiple. Yeah, they did. They really did. But that's what they would say, right? I think, Kendall, you hit it right in the head, man. And this Eagles team, if they keep getting healthier and playing like this, they could be really dangerous. Because if you look at it, last year, it was almost like you couldn't stop them, right? Didn't it feel like that? But this year, they're a different team, and they're barely winning some of these games. Might that be the recipe for them to actually win it?
Yeah, I think it possibly can. Because I think, like, their offense right now, like, I don't know, man, it's scary right now, man.
David De Laveros 178 says Arlington, Texas now, DC for Life, PPC. Hey, welcome, man. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to East West Football. Well, this is where we talk about all football. It's East West Football. You see the symbol on the bottom, East West Football on YouTube. We're trying to get to 393 to give away a hat and a Madden 24. Help us out. Here we go, man. Let's get into some of these previews for the Thanksgiving game, right? So we got Packers at Lions. What do you think about that matchup?
Oh man, this is will be an interesting one, man. A lot of people pick Detroit. You want to pick the game?
No. Just talk about
just
a little preview.
Yeah, man, this could be interesting when these two teams played about a good month or so ago on Thursday Night Football. Detroit dominated that game. Yep. I actually picked Green Bay to win that game, and Detroit dominated. Jordan Love been playing a little better the past couple weeks against Pittsburgh and against the Chargers. So He's been playing a little better. He got some nice young weapons. I still think Green Bay's a year away. Let's see how Detroit plays this tomorrow or Thursday, coming off this big win against Chicago, a game that they had to kind of come back from. Are they still riding that momentum from there, or they can get out to another slow start at home? This is a different Detroit team because in the years past, they weren't really good coming into Thanksgiving. Now they're good and they have expectations. So I know that place is going to be rocking. So, I mean, I can't wait to see it. I want to see how that defense, Green Bay, matches up against Detroit for the second time.
Yeah. Edward Ed says, last night's game, the Chiefs lost that game, dropped the TD, and Kelsey fumbled the ball. Edward also says, as Crazy Bad fan, not impressed with the Eagles. He says he's not impressed. I don't know. We'll see. Fernando says, so you say it's not easy winning, but Lions winning against bad teams. It's media saying it's motivation, head coach building something. But Cowboys have bye weeks, they say, against bad. Yeah? That is true. Yeah. NFC Z says, I'm not scared of the Pigeons at all. We beat ourselves versus them. Man, everybody's saying that, but they keep coming up with the dubs, man. You know what I mean? All right, Commanders at Cowboys. What do you think, Kendall?
I don't think this one's going to be a blowout like the Cowboys have been blowing out bad teams. I actually think Washington is probably the best team out of the bad ones they've really played.
Yep.
They can actually score. They can move the ball. I like Eric Bieniemy. He has that offense moving around or whatnot. Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, if we just mentioned, Logan Thomas, Robinson, Sammy. I don't know if he's going to play. Robinson. They got some guys. But I do think if Dallas can exploit the offensive line, it's going to be a long day. But I think this game is going to be like it's going to be a close one for the most part. Divisional for these two teams that rally, they don't like each other. So I think it's going to be close. It'll be a close one. I think Dallas will pull away late by a couple of scores, but I don't think it's just going to be outright beat down from the start to the end. I don't believe that.
Yeah, Edward says it's a rivalry game. Also, I agree it's going to be a close game. I think a lot of people had that feeling. And we also got to be careful because the Washington Commanders have 35 sacks for the NFL.
And that's crazy how they traded two of their star people.
Yep. So we will see, man. We will see. Here we go. We got some comments.
Washington going to be kind of angry coming off their embarrassing loss to the Giants.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody gets up to play the Cowboys.
All right, here we go. Let's go with NFC. I'm not okay. We said that already. Stephen White says Lions can beat anyone. They can lose too. Lions are getting close. I think that's pretty well put.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty well put. Nice. I appreciate that, Stephen White. So last game we got is 49ers at Seahawks and NFC West showdown, man.
Yeah, Geno Smith is. I think he's going to play. I know Kenneth Walker has been ruled out. Probably not going to play. Geno Smith, he hurt his wrist or his hand or something the other day, but he's going to play San Francisco. It's there at San Fran, right?
No, it's in Seattle.
It's in Seattle.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah, wherever it's at, I feel like San Fran is probably going to dominate this one. Seattle doesn't match up good for San Francisco.
Nope.
And the past couple years, they've been trying to build their team to keep up with them, but I just don't think they can, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think Jamal Adams is going to be out. He's been hurt. Haven't really got back to his former self. They had a good draft and they in free agency, but they really haven't addressed. Nope. I mean, the defense just has not been better. I like the draft they had in the free agency. DK Metcalf didn't really do much this past week. The Rams just had a number. You know, Purdy coming in with all those weapons. Oh man, this is not a good matchup for Seattle. But I want to see how Seattle responds on a short week. Though they got to get over this hump in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think San Francisco lost their safety for the year with the ACL.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name. I don't want to butcher it.
I'm not even going to try.
Yeah. That boy JD says if Pollard does score 3 touchdowns, don't score 3 touchdowns, 125. I want McCarthy out or out of play calling. Mr. Bleed Green says Dallas will be wild card and out first round. Okay. Edward 8 says his elbow. I don't know what that means, but all right.
Yeah, his elbow. It was his elbow.
Yeah.
For Geno.
Yeah. We got Stephen White. Seattle usually beats SF at home. Ooh.
No, they really don't, because San Fran beat them the past couple of meetings. They've beaten them.
We'll see. Stephen White says I had it close, but I want Dallas to beat them down. They beat us with backups. He said F them.
Didn't they play 3 times last year?
I was at the Washington? They only played twice.
No, San Fran and Seattle. I think they played 3 times last year, I think
they did too. In the playoffs.
I think they played 3 times.
Stephen White says San Francisco's D-line is elite. Quarterback was perfect, 150 plus rating, SF by 10. Okay. I like it. All right, man. So that ends the week 11 recap of the NFL season. Like I said, again, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to the road of 1,000. We're giving away a hat, giving away Madden 24.
Yes,
all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to East West. The symbol's right here. That's the blue symbol. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We go live Sundays on kickoff, and we also go live on Tuesdays for the recap. Make sure y'all hit us up. Kendall, throw your plug in there, man.
Ken's Paps Talk on YouTube down at the bottom, man. Subscribe to me. We'll be going live later on tonight, a little bit after this stream. Check me out. We'll talk some Patriots. Also follow me on Twitter, IG, and hey, check me out, man.
Last comment. Let's see. Stephen White says, I'll be cheering for Seattle. That's funny. Yeah, so make sure that you catch us as well. This is East West Football on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube specifically. Make sure you subscribe, put on that bell notification. And if you want Cowboys talk, we are the Cowboys Cast on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, man. TikTok. Make sure that you want to follow the Dallas Cowboys. Make sure you go to the Cowboys Cast with me and Jerry. We're live every week. Sometimes I go play-by-play. And the other one is Walt Stringer. Make sure you go to his. It's Lions Avenue if you're a Detroit Lion fan, on Lions Avenue on LinkedIn and Facebook. Other than that, I appreciate you guys. Kendall, thank you for joining me, man.
Yes, sir.
As always, y'all have a good night and